I would not go to bed in that house if I knew that turtle was there.
That's what you're like at a party when someone gets near your martini.
Yeah, exactly.
I've seen that.
He wouldn't give it up.
No.
Do you notice that he wouldn't share it with anybody?
Slow and steady gets the cat food.
Yeah, it's true.
it.
But it's amazing. That is a frightening turtle. I want to see more of that turtle.
I'm going to call
and
him
you will
Tenacious T.
You will see more of that part 2 on O'Reilly, and then part 3 on that.
Absolutely. But
He's not doing Hannity. He won't do Hannity. He won't do Hannity. All right. How does one sneak 3 8-balls in a suitcase full of black tar heroin through customs at JFK? Imogen Lloyd Webber teaches us how after the break. Is abstinence the greatest thing since sliced bread? Yeah, sliced bread is code for not having sex. Yeah, second one. Well, it's a story as sordid as it is sordid. Which is sordid? Bishop Eddie Long, the well-known mega church pastor, has been accused by his 2 young men from his church of forcing them into private covenants involving gay sex. The pastor, of course, claims he's innocent. But for the sake of this Gregalogue, what if he isn't? That makes him a creepy creep from Creepville, population creep. Now, people in the media love these stories because it allows you to point out the hypocrisy found in religion. This is a pastor who is against gay marriage, but allegedly likes the gay sex. But this is so predictable, boring, and easy. Me, I'd rather argue that it's okay to hate something while still engaging in it. Most people call that life. Examples abound. I hate porn. It's vile. I often write about it being vile. But when I travel, I dabble. Don't get me wrong, I despise it. But for 3 to 7 minutes a month, I really love it. Same with drugs. I find addicts to be pathetic burdens on their families and society as a whole. But catch me at a bar at 3 a.m., and there's a chance that it's not the wine causing me to massage the shoulders of a troubled garbage man. What's up, Phil? And of course, there's Enrique. God, I despise every inch of him. But in my head, this is all I want to hear.
Baby, I like it, the way you move on the floor. Baby, I like it, come on and give me some more. Oh yes, I like it, screaming like never before.
Oh, so that's why a man who condemns homosexuality while being gay makes sense to me. That's not to say I agree with his beliefs. The way I look at it, if there's no God, then gayness is just an express pattern like everything else. And if there's a God, he must love gays because he made so many of them. And if you disagree with me, you're a racist, homophobic, cyclophobe. Yeah. Crowder, aren't humans by nature just major screw-ups?
I love Enrique Iglesias. Yeah, but people do often engage in acts they morally oppose because people generally aren't morally opposing these acts because they're easy. Usually it's because they're hard to cut out and are often destructive. So this guy is he's just human, and that's why I say people shouldn't look to Christians or pastors for an example of Christianity, but to Christ.
Imogen, did I make any sense?
It's just always the same, isn't it? People who protest too much, you know that if they're busy saying, you know, being gay is wrong, you know they're about to come out or be forced out of that closet. Every time. I mean, it's Larry Craig, Richard Curtis. I mean, the list is endless.
Who's Richard
There's
Curtis?
a list of like 5 people. It's not really endless.
No, I mean, no, I know.
They always do that when the list is endless.
There's more, just Google it.
15, I'll write 15 names on my blog tomorrow, imogenlloydwebber.com, very happily, and that's just US politicians right off the bat, and then a whole load in the UK. Happens all the
Well,
time.
it's the entire UK.
Oh, absolutely. As you know, I'm gay.
Yes.
That's why Bill is my front there.
I thought we were just
Well, I thought
experimenting.
this was a
Yeah,
lesbian
well,
marriage.
With that jacket, Bill, maybe so.
Yeah.
Bill, are you sad that none of the religious figures in your life ever hit on you?
Yeah, actually, that is offensive. Come to
Yes.
think of it, I was the only one in Catholic school. I want to make a quick visual point here. Todd Kelly, can we get the pastor back on there, the picture of him? Can we take a look at that?
There's a hot picture.
God bless you. And is it just me, or is he fat Theo Huxtable?
Oh, yes,
Does he not look exactly like Theo Huxtable 10 years from now with a possible drug habit?
Oh,
He
dear.
does look like him. And I would
I
say
love
this,
Theo.
Eddie, come out of the closet, and here's why. Eddie Lawn is an amazing gay name. Do not waste Eddie Lawn on the fairer sex. That's the best gay name ever,
I thought
Greg.
his last name was Long.
It is.
Oh, I have a problem with NGs.
Oh,
Amy,
right. Oh,
Amy,
sorry. I didn't
Amy,
mean to point that
last,
out.
last word to you. Do you ever indulge in things that you condemn?
Yeah, totally. But, he really brought his fantasies into action. Like, I like porn, but I don't want it to actually happen. I like to watch a girl with a lot of guys, but it's hard enough just to tell one dude you're too tired.
Yeah, that's it's a lot
imagine
of
having
work.
to explain to, like, 6 guys, like, hey, somebody feels bloated. Rain check. Group cuddle, right?
Yeah, I totally hear you. Happens to me all the time.
Sure.
All right, coming up, what's it like to strangle a possum with your bare hands? Amy Schumer tells us why it's the only way she gets off. Has office sex gone the way of the T-Rex? Probably. T-Rex are extinct, right? It helps form a bond stronger than something really strong. I speak not of Polident, but of abstinence. At least according to a young man named Steven Crowder. Who's he? Who argues in his latest call that abstinence is kind of awesome. Crowder muses on why abstinence remains a punchline despite offering plenty of benefits to being friends without benefits. Forget that abstinence leads to approximately 0 STDs or studies that show at least in successful marriages. It's the unbeatable bond of trust that's the real prize. Yes, says Crowder, there's no more worrying about your significant other cheating on you because partners can be supremely confident in their respective self-control, unlike the inventors of the new South American butt dance.
That is an injury.
That is just
That is
unusual.
not
I think you got a
acceptable.
concussion.
That'll put me off sex forever. Steve, here's my question. It's admirable. When do you stop? When do you stop with the abstinence? How will you know it's time?
Well, once you have a ring on your finger, obviously. The only way to know for sure is once you're married. And of course, people know I'm a Christian. This column is not at all pushing faith in anybody. It's just talking about the actual benefits. If you really want to argue for abstinence, you can stop the argument and be abstinent, don't get sick and die.
Yeah.
But, I can say from personal experience that it does build a bond of trust. Constantly you hear women, how often do you hear, well, don't you trust me? It's like, no, you slept with me on the first date. So of course I don't trust you.
It's that old thing, like I wouldn't join a club that would let me into that club.
Right.
It's,
Exactly.
she's going to sleep with me, then she'll sleep
Usually it's
with
because I'm
anybody.
Canadian. They won't let me in.
Yeah.
Except for Canadian Club Ginger Ale.
Amy, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yes, but also, if I sleep with a guy on the first date, usually if a guy holds my hand, he's going to wind up. So here's the thing. I don't think that women should use sex as a bargaining chip, and a lot of them do. If I want to sleep with someone, I do it, and I am a monogamous slut. Can I say that on
Yeah,
air?
I think you can.
Great.
That's not what we're worried about.
But what I'm saying is, I have a higher risk of disease. I also have a much higher risk of fun.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is to prove my point by saying that, you don't think it should be used as a bargaining tool.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as, it's just the kind of point of the column is that abstinence is the one taboo issue regarding sex. I mean, it's like, oh, be a dirty stand-up comic. You're cracking new ground there, Copernicus. But once you talk about abstinence, everyone all of a sudden, they put you, like, right now, we have to talk about it. Because who is this kid who's talking about abstinence who,
Well, it's who's this kid who's, 23. You don't know who you're going to be sexually yet. So to talk about it with such authority and arrogance.
I don't know who I'm going to be what?
You don't know who you're going to be sexually yet. You're going to be into really weird things in about a decade.
Oh, I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Yeah.
Trust me. And the thing is, it doesn't.
But I
there
really
should be
do
no.
wanna do- there's
But
nothing
there
wrong
should
with
be
that.
no confidence. You slip by the dirty comedian thing, but honestly, you call yourself a comedian, but you don't do it that much. Like I go fishing a couple times a year, but I don't introduce myself on TV as a fisherman.
Wow.
Well, it's not really personal for a concept about abstinence. I'm saying the
but
whole
what I'm
point
saying
is
is
that
there's
someone
no
can get up on
way.
stage, we even talk about it in the column, and talk about anything dirty that they want. But the second you mention abstinence, people, they pucker with discomfort, like, oh no, we can't talk about this, and you're vilified as
It's
judgmental.
just not
Statistically, it's the healthiest thing to do. It is conducive towards a better marriage by a 25% spread, both physically.
It only takes that one person, though, and there's no contract that the person's not going to cheat on you because they're abstinent. She could
There is
fall
no
in love
contract.
with somebody
Well, actually,
else.
there is a contract. That's what a marriage
could
is.
fall-
It's a contract.
Well, there's
It's a
also a
contract
roofie,
that
and then all bets are off.
more than 60% of people break.
No, actually, that's not true. Actually, if you even look at the new U.S. Census Bureau statistics, more than 70% of first-time marriages last.
Okay, but then the guy goes off and sleeps with a young boy.
Well, well,
Good, you guys stayed married, but then there's
Well,
infidelity.
once you bring out the statistics that guys are running around rampantly sleeping with young boys.
First
then
of
we
all,
can
I'm
have
not a boy. I know I have characteristics as such.
All I'm saying is yes, you're right. Of course, it is way safer to not have sex, but yeah, but if you have sex with one person, maybe they've had sex with one person. It only takes that one. I've probably had sex with, I don't know, a
understand the point.
baker's
One
2
person.
dozen, you know, and I'm fine.
You had sex with Mike Baker? He is happily married.
He is a
Thus
stud muffin.
proving your point.
He's hot.
All I'm saying is
Yeah.
Bill,
not cheating is a contract.
you're abstinent, but not by choice.
No,
No.
He's bought me some absinthe because we've been practicing abstinence, but you bought absinthe for us to share, and
I
then
thought it would lighten the mood and maybe get you naked.
Yeah.
Didn't either. Lots of vomiting. My point. Oh,
Sorry.
I actually,
It's on
I
your
would like
jacket
to
now.
say that even though I'm not absent by choice, Teardrop, I thought it was a great column, and I thought he made some very good points. And there is a point to be made about how the fact that really the only taboo left is this.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really nothing less that'll get your shock factor up.
Yeah, no, that's true. And also, you know what? Your mom always said, Imogen, your mom always said, if you want respect, don't put out.
Exactly.
So there is, I mean, it's something that's handed down, and until you have kids, you might find yourself saying that.
And
right?
I do put it in my book. It's gone around the world, and I
Yeah.
do on one level talk a bit about abstinence, but more like a few dates. I'm not
Yeah.
saying act like someone out of Jersey Shore if you want a long-standing relationship.
They
I
have
do
great
put
abs,
that
though.
top
Yes.
tip in
Yeah.
my book. Yeah.
That's the thing, like lack of abstinence is directly linked to really good abs. That's the problem.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
That's,
That is
I've
true.
got a beer gut.
But I have to
Yeah, I
say,
drink
my
beer.
last 3 relationships, which each lasted between 2 to 5 years, we slept with each other almost immediately. And it's because I knew that I wanted to be with them, you know?
Except
But
that
why'd
5
you kill
year-
them?
Except at the 5-year mark.
Yeah, but so what? At least I figured it out and I didn't get married and spend my life with somebody that I
And you had
hate.
some
But
fun.
statistically,
And I
that's
had a great
unrealistic.
UN.
Statistically, that's wrong. I mean, if you want to disregard
Wait, what are you
stats,
spelling?
in
What-
fact, then you can
statistically,
say-
what's wrong?
Statistically, 87% of people who wait until they're married are happier, and 52% aren't. And the same thing that you can look at the social organization of sexuality. These are not
How do you have
Christian-funded studies.
statistics on people's happiness?
You tell them, are you happy?
Are
you
they- 'cause
emotionally
they're at church
satisfied?
smiling?
No, you can say, are you emotionally satisfied in your marriage? Yes, no. By a 25% spread, both spouses who are virgins, yes. Are you sexually satisfied in your marriage? Yes. Is it difficult for you to achieve orgasm?
Why would people have to be honest
It's
about
all
their
the
emotions?
sources are listed in the column. Every single source listed. These are things that have been used by the Kinsey Institute.
What I'm
not
saying
calling
is,
these out.
who cares what they said? A lot of people say they have happy marriages, even in therapy, when they're miserable.
So the 25-point spread doesn't matter because only the people who would be lying would be the people who are abstinent.
I just don't know any happily married people.
Speaking of statistics,
I don't.
let's get back to
happy.
my play.
What?
Statistically, 100% of these women are not calling me back.
That is
Yeah.
true.
Nobody's
Bill.
reading my column,
That
if
is
you catch my
true.
drift, Greg.
Yes.
So call me, ladies.
Yes, exactly. Maybe you should have done the column on abstinence.
Thank you.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
And the headline would have been sad face.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry that got so heated. I just want
That
to
was
say
good TV.
I just want to say that I read the blog and it did come across to me like you ended it by saying no judgments, but it definitely felt very judgmental.
Of course, when the column was written about the reaction from people like you who the second you talk about abstinence get upset. So thank you.
Well, people like me who are almost 10 years older than you and know what it's like to live life and not just have all these morals with no life experience.
Right, I have no life experience. That is true. At
I'm
23, I
sorry,
have
but
none.
somebody who works a little bit of
You're
the
the ripe old
Christian
age of
comedy
33.
circuit.
The Christian comedy circuit. What just
And
happened
you
here?
know
I
what?
don't know.
The irony
I have to
is,
say, this is
irony
the longest debate we've ever had on
It
Red
is.
Eye
It is.
in almost
And the irony
3.5
is,
years.
the irony is
because-
they make a very sexy too.
They really do.
I-
No,
that's the best way.
I like
Almost as
Steven.
sexy as,
I
Lloyd
think he's
Long.
smart. No, I think you're smart. You're young, and
See what I'm saying,
you're
Greg?
great.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
But you are wrong on all those counts. I'm one of those
This
things.
was all a ploy to pick you up, by the way.
Oh,
This whole
I'm
thing-
flirting. This is me flirting. Is it working?
She spat on me during the commercial break, which means
That's
she
my
likes me.
thing. That's what I do.
So, Do you have a comment on the show? Email us. It's redeye@foxnews.com. Can't wait to watch this at home.
I know.
And to leave a voicemail on my direct line, call 212-462-5050. Still to come, the halftime report from TV's Andy Levy. It's a jerk.
Yep.